If you're just joining us, former President Trump is officially once again the Republican Party nominee and has named his running mate in JD Vance. That is just some of what's to come out of day one of the Republican National Convention. Then there's this. The former president gets his classified documents case dismissed today.
All right, Bruce Gordon, our Fox 29 political analyst, joining us live in the studio. Bruce, I can't. It's been a whirlwind today. I can't keep track of everything. So we have former President Donald Trump, now the nominee. Also, he announced his running mate. RFK gets Secret Service protection. The classified documents case. It has been a very, very busy day. So let's start with the Ohio Senator, 39 years old, JD Vance. VP pick here, his running mate, Trump's running mate. He was originally a harsh critic of Trump and then made a quick turnaround, not a quick turnaround, but he made a real turnaround over the last few years. What do you think has changed, and why do you think, out of all the people who wanted to be his running mate, why pick Vance?
Well, to say he was a critic of Donald Trump is putting it mildly. Once called Mr. Trump reprehensible, said his policies ranged from immoral to absurd. If you listen to J.D. Vance, he will tell you that his thinking has evolved as he has talked to and listened to and met with President Trump and then former President Trump over these last 8 years or so. But look, it's also true that anyone within the Republican Party who gets sideways with Donald Trump finds their career in politics has a very short shelf life. And so there are those who believe this is more opportunism than anything else. He is clearly a very articulate spokesperson for the cause. He is hardcore supporter of Donald Trump. And so he is going to be effective on the stump. And I think he's obviously a young guy. And so there's that whole notion of getting a new generation of leaders in the box.
Yeah. And Bruce, Trump also got some good news today. A federal judge dismissed the documents case against him. He certainly has some good fortune with these criminal cases against him. What now?
Yeah, well, there's no question there will be an appeal to this case. Judge Aileen Cannon, who it's been noted is a Donald Trump appointee on the bench, dismissed this case essentially over her belief that the appointment of the special prosecutor in this case, Jack Smith, was actually unconstitutional. Now, he was appointed in the same way that these kinds of prosecutors have been appointed for several decades now. So there will absolutely be a lot of conversation about this, and there will certainly be an appeal. But for now, it makes it even more clear that this documents case has no chance of getting into a courtroom prior to the election, if ever.
After the attempted assassination of Trump on Saturday, the political rhetoric has been amped up a great deal. At least two Delco leaders resigned their posts over some social media posts they made almost celebrating what happened, while others like Republican Dave McCormick, who's running against Democratic incumbent Senator Bob Casey, he's calling for the negative ads to be taken down. We should mention that McCormick was at that rally in Butler. What do you make of all of this?
Well, look, there's no question that the rhetoric is overheated. Absolutely no question about it. I would argue, quite frankly, that it's overheated on both sides. The only difference is tense. What do I mean by that? Well, Democrats will tell you that another Donald Trump term in office will end the country as we know it. Meanwhile, Mr. Trump and his supporters look at Joe Biden and say he's destroying the country now. So it's future tense versus present tense. That's about the only difference. I will note that on Saturday, almost immediately after this happened, J.D. Vance, the newly minted Republican vice presidential nominee, made very clear that the rhetoric from Democrats led directly, that there was a straight line from their rhetoric to the actual shooting on Saturday. Probably not helpful, certainly not what Mr. Trump has said about uniting the country and so forth. Both sides have to tone it down, because when you make the claim that the other side's victory will end our country, it's not surprising that your most rabid supporters then want to come out and say, we have to do whatever it takes to stop that from happening.
Democrats have been pointing the finger at Republicans for causing this, and Republicans have been pointing the finger at Democrats trying to prove this. And yes, we do need to quiet it down a little bit.
Calm it down.
Right? Not a little bit, a lot, because it's very, very tense right now.
Yeah, very troubling.
Bruce Gordon, I know you're going to be busy. Thanks for joining us. You got